Question 1. Understanding policy types. Which of the following statements accurately describes a key difference between traditional long-term care (LTC) insurance and hybrid policies that combine life insurance with LTC benefits? A. Traditional LTC insurance generally offers higher daily benefit amounts compared to hybrid policies. B. Hybrid policies typically do not require a premium payment if the LTC benefit is never used. C. Traditional LTC insurance usually has a more straightforward claims process compared to hybrid policies. D. Hybrid policies generally provide a death benefit that traditional LTC insurance does not. Answer D. Explanation. Hybrid policies are designed to combine life insurance with long-term care benefits. This structure allows policyholders to receive a death benefit if they do not utilize the long-term care benefits. Traditional LTC insurance, on the other hand, only provides benefits for long-term care services and does not offer a death benefit. Option A is incorrect because daily benefit amounts can vary widely in both policy types, and some hybrid policies may offer competitive daily limits. Option B is misleading. While some hybrid policies may return a portion of premiums if benefits are never used, many traditional policies also have clauses that can prevent premium payments if no benefits are drawn, so it's not unique to hybrids. Option C is not necessarily true. The claims processes depend on specific insurers and products, and there is no inherent rule that traditional policies have a simpler process. Question 2. Claims process and administration. What is the first step a policyholder should take when initiating a claim for long-term care insurance benefits? A. Submit a detailed personal health history to the insurance company. B. Contact the insurance agent to inquire about claim submission procedures. C. Provide the insurer with documentation of all medical expenses incurred. D. Request a claims form from the insurance company and complete it. Answer D. Explanation. The first step in the claims process for long-term care insurance typically involves the policyholder requesting and completing a claims form from the insurance company. This form initiates the claims process and outlines the specific details the insurer needs to assess eligibility for benefits. Option is incorrect as submitting personal health history typically occurs during the underwriting process, not when filing a claim. Option B may be part of the process, but the formal initiation of a claim is primarily done through the completion of the claims form. Option C is also incorrect, as providing documentation of medical expenses generally occurs after the claim has been initiated, when the insurer requests additional information to process the claim. Question 3. Scenario-based question. Mr. Thompson, a 70-year-old man with a history of hypertension and diabetes, is considering purchasing long-term care insurance. He is currently healthy but is concerned about potential future healthcare needs. After researching, he finds a traditional LTC policy that includes a daily benefit of $150 for a maximum of 3 years. What should Mr. Thompson primarily consider before making his decision to purchase this policy? A. Whether the policy includes an inflation protection option to maintain the value of benefits over time. B. If the policy can cover expenses for all types of long-term care facilities, including adult daycare and nursing homes. C. The total premium cost over the life of the policy, considering potential increases in premium rates. D. Is current health status and the likelihood of needing long-term care based on family history alone. Answer. Explanation. One of the most critical factors for Mr. Thompson to consider before purchasing a long-term care policy is whether the policy includes an inflation protection option. Given the rising costs of healthcare and long-term care services, having an inflation rider ensures that the daily benefit amount will keep pace with inflation over the years, thereby preserving the purchasing power of the benefits. Option B is important, but while the policy may cover multiple facility types, not all LTC insurance policies provide comprehensive coverage for every type of long-term care. Option C is a valid consideration, however, focusing solely on premium costs without considering the adequacy of benefits over time can lead to inadequate coverage in the future. Option D is misleading because relying solely on family history can overlook other significant factors such as current health status and changes in health over time, making it an inadequate basis for deciding on insurance needs. Question 4. Payment structures and benefit calculations. When evaluating a long-term care insurance policy, which of the following statements best describes the difference between reimbursement and indemnity payment structures? A. Reimbursement policies pay a fixed daily benefit amount regardless of actual expenses incurred. B. Indemnity policies require the insured to submit proof of services rendered to receive benefits. C. Reimbursement policies limit payments to actual expenses incurred up to the policy's daily benefit amount. D. Indemnity policies allow for A daily benefit payment without requiring receipts or proof of service. Answer C. Explanation. Reimbursement policies pay benefits based on the actual expenses incurred by the insured for long-term care services limited to the policy's daily benefit amount. This means the insured must provide documentation of expenses to receive reimbursement. Option is incorrect because reimbursement policies do not pay a fixed amount without considering actual expenses. Option B is misleading. Indemnity policies do not require proof of expenses for the payment to be made, which is a key characteristic of reimbursement policies. Option D is true for indemnity policies, that they typically provide a set benefit amount without needing proof of incurred expenses, but this is not the main focus of this question. Question 5. Regulatory environment. Under Alabama law, which of the following consumer protection measures is specifically required in long-term care insurance policies? A. The inclusion of a mandatory waiting period before benefits can be utilized. B. Clear disclosure of all exclusions and limitations associated with the policy. C. Assurance of automatic renewal of coverage regardless of health changes. D. A requirement for all policies to include a minimum daily benefit amount of $100. Answer B. Explanation. Alabama law requires clear disclosure of all exclusions and limitations in long-term care insurance policies to ensure that consumers fully understand what is covered and what is not. This transparency is vital in helping consumers make informed choices. Option is incorrect. While many policies may have waiting periods, there is no state mandate for a specific duration that applies to all policies. Option C is misleading. Policies may not automatically renew, especially if the insured's health has changed significantly. Option D is incorrect, as there is no state minimum daily benefit amount mandated by law. Question 6. Claims process and administration. Which of the following is the most critical factor that claims adjusters consider when evaluating a long-term care insurance claim? A. The insured's age at the time of claim submission. B. The duration of the elimination period prior to benefit commencement. C. Whether the services rendered are covered under the terms of the policy. D. The geographical location of the care facility. Answer C. Explanation. The primary factor claims adjusters focus on when evaluating a claim is whether the services rendered are covered under the terms of the policy. They must assess if the type of care received aligns with the policy's provisions to determine if benefits should be paid. Option is irrelevant. While age may factor into underwriting, it does not directly impact claims evaluation once a claim is made. Option B is also incorrect. The elimination period is considered during the initial assessment of claim eligibility but does not determine the claim's merits. Option D may be a consideration for some policies, but is not a critical factor in evaluating the claim itself. Question 7. Practical applications. What should a financial planner prioritize when assessing a client's need for long-term care insurance? A. The client's current income level and savings. B. The availability of government-funded programs like Medicaid. C. The client's potential future healthcare needs based on family history. D. The client's existing health insurance coverage and long-term care services. Answer D. Explanation. When assessing a client's need for long-term care insurance, a financial planner should prioritize the client's existing health insurance coverage and its provisions for long-term care services. Understanding how current insurance interacts with potential long-term care needs helps to create a comprehensive plan. Option A is important but secondary to understanding how existing policies can cover long-term care. Option B is relevant but should not be the primary focus since government programs may not provide comprehensive coverage. Option C is misleading. While family history is a factor, it should not be the sole basis for assessing future healthcare needs without considering current insurance. Question 8. Eligibility and underwriting. Which of the following factors is typically most influential in determining a client's eligibility for long-term care insurance coverage? A. The client's employment status at the time of application. B. The client's functional limitations and ability to perform activities of daily living adults. C. The client's age at the time of application, with younger applicants favored. D. The client's choice of care facility and its associated costs. Correct answer B. Explanation. A client's functional limitations and ability to perform activities of daily living adults are crucial factors in determining eligibility for long-term care insurance. Insurers evaluate these limitations to assess the risk associated with insuring the applicant. Option is incorrect. Employment status generally does not impact eligibility for long-term care insurance. Option C is misleading. While age can influence underwriting decisions, the primary focus is on functional ability rather than just age. Option D is not a determining factor for eligibility. Rather, the insurer looks at the individual's health and functional status. Question 9. Market trends and challenges. Which of the following challenges is currently affecting the long-term care insurance market in Alabama? A. Increased longevity leading to a higher demand for services. B. A decrease in the number of available insurance providers. C. A rise in premiums due to improved healthcare technologies. D. Changes in federal regulations that decrease coverage options. Answer A. Explanation. Increased longevity is significantly impacting the long-term care insurance market as more individuals are living longer and requiring extended care services. This trend creates a higher demand for insurance products to cover long-term care needs. Option B is incorrect. While some insurers have exited the market, overall competition has not drastically decreased. Option C is misleading. While healthcare technology can influence costs, it is not the primary reason for rising premiums. Option D is incorrect. Federal regulations often aim to enhance coverage options, not reduce them. Question 10. Consumer education and advocacy. What is the primary role of consumer advocacy groups in the context of long-term care insurance? A. To offer direct financial assistance to policyholders in need of long-term care. B. To educate consumers about their rights and options in purchasing LTC insurance. C. To regulate the insurance industry and enforce compliance with laws. D. To conduct independent insurance underwriting for various policies. Answer B. Explanation. Consumer advocacy groups play a vital role in educating consumers about their rights, options, and the complexities of purchasing long-term care insurance. They help consumers make informed decisions and understand policy features and protections. Option is incorrect, as advocacy groups typically do not provide direct financial assistance. Option C is misleading. Regulation is primarily the role of government agencies, not advocacy groups. Option D is incorrect. Advocacy groups do not engage in underwriting insurance policies, but focus on consumer education and protection. Question 11. Fundamental concept of long-term care insurance. Which of the following best describes the distinction between short-term care and long-term care services? A. Short-term care is designed for chronic conditions, while long-term care is for temporary recovery. B. Long-term care is typically provided in skilled nursing facilities, whereas short-term care is primarily in home care. C. Short-term care usually involves fewer than 90 days of care, while long-term care may extend for years. D. Long-term care only covers medical expenses, while short-term care includes social services. Answer C. Explanation. Short-term care generally refers to services provided for fewer than 90 days, often following hospitalization for recovery, while long-term care encompasses ongoing support that may last for months or even years for chronic conditions. Option is incorrect. Both types of care can address chronic conditions, but their duration and intensity vary. Option B is misleading. While skilled nursing facilities often provide long-term care, short-term care can also be provided in various settings, including home health. Option D is incorrect. Long-term care includes both medical and non-medical services to assist individuals with daily living activities. Question 12. LTC insurance policy provisions. In a long-term care insurance policy, which of the following features is typically designed to protect policyholders from the rising costs of care? A. Benefit period. B. Inflation protection. C. Elimination period. D. Exclusions and limitations. Answer B. Explanation. Inflation protection is a feature that helps policyholders maintain the purchasing power of their benefits over time, ensuring that their coverage can keep pace with rising costs of long-term care. Option A refers to the length of time benefits are paid, which does not inherently protect against inflation. Option C is a waiting period before benefits kick in, not related to cost protection. Option D outlines what is not covered in the policy and does not address the protection against rising costs. Question 13. Claims process and administration. What documentation is typically required when filing a claim for long-term care insurance? A. A copy of the insured's birth certificate and a financial statement. B. A physician's statement regarding the need for long-term care and invoices for services rendered. C. A personal affidavit from family members regarding the insured's condition. D. A list of all medications currently taken by the insured. Answer B. Explanation. When filing a claim for long-term care insurance, it is standard to provide a physician's statement that confirms the need for care, as well as invoices or receipts for the services rendered. This documentation establishes the legitimacy of the claim. Option is incorrect. While a birth certificate might be necessary for other purposes, it is not relevant for a claim. Option C is misleading. While family input may be valuable, it is not typically required documentation for claims. Option D is also incorrect. Medication lists are not standard requirements for claim submission. Question 14. Eligibility and underwriting. A 70-year-old client is applying for long-term care insurance. Which of the following factors is least likely to influence their eligibility? A. The client's ability to perform activities of daily living adults. B. The client's prior history of long-term care claims. C. The client's health status, including chronic illnesses. D. The client's marital status and number of dependents. Answer: D. Explanation. While factors like the ability to perform adults, prior claims history, and health status significantly impact eligibility for long-term care insurance, marital status and the number of dependents are generally less relevant in determining eligibility. Option is critical as insurers assess functional ability for underwriting. Option B is also crucial since past claims can indicate high risk. Option C is a primary consideration, especially with chronic illnesses affecting eligibility. Question 15. Market trends and challenges. What is one major challenge that long-term care insurance providers face in the current market? A. Decreasing life expectancy among the aging population. B. Increasing costs of care that outpace premium growth. C. A surplus of providers entering the market, creating competition. D. Decreased demand for long-term care insurance products. Answer: B. Explanation. One of the significant challenges for long-term care insurance providers is that the costs of care are rising faster than premium growth, leading to potential financial instability for insurers who must cover more than they collect in premiums. Option is incorrect. Life expectancy is generally increasing, contributing to demand for care. Option C is misleading. The market has seen some providers exit rather than enter, reducing competition. Option D is false as the demand for long-term care insurance remains steady or increasing due to an aging population. Question 16. Problem solving and critical thinking. Mr. Thompson is a 75-year-old retiree looking to purchase long-term care insurance. He has a family history of Alzheimer's disease. What should he prioritize when selecting a policy? A. The policy's daily benefit amount and coverage for home health care services. B. The insurer's financial stability and history of premium increases. C. The policy's elimination period and whether it includes a guaranteed renewability clause. D. The maximum age for application and whether it requires a medical exam. Answer A. Explanation. Given Mr. Thompson's family history of Alzheimer's disease, he should prioritize policies that offer robust daily benefit amount and comprehensive coverage for home health care services, as these aspects are likely to be crucial for potential future needs. Option B is important for overall selection but less critical than specific benefits. Option C is relevant. However, the direct coverage for potential conditions is more pressing. Option D is less relevant since age limits and medical exams are standard considerations. Question 17. Consumer education and advocacy. What is a primary function of consumer advocacy groups in the long-term care insurance industry? A. They set the premium rates for long-term care insurance policies. B. They provide legal representation for policyholders in disputes with insurers. C. They help educate consumers about their rights and available options in long-term care. D. They regulate the sale of long-term care insurance products in Alabama. Answer C. Explanation. Consumer advocacy groups primarily focus on educating consumers about their rights and available options in long-term care insurance, assisting individuals in making informed decisions regarding their coverage. Option is incorrect. Premium rates are determined by insurance companies based on underwriting guidelines. Option B is misleading, and while some organizations may provide support, legal representation is typically outside their scope. Option D is incorrect. Regulation is the responsibility of government agencies, not advocacy groups. Question 18. LTC insurance policy provisions. Which of the following features in a long-term care insurance policy would best suit a client concerned about future healthcare costs? A. An indefinite benefit period. B. A provision for inflation protection. C. A low daily benefit amount. D. A comprehensive exclusion list. Answer. B. Explanation. Inflation protection is essential for clients concerned about future healthcare costs as it ensures that their benefits can keep pace with the rising cost of long-term care services over time. Option A may sound appealing but does not address the cost of care. Option C is insufficient. A low daily benefit may not cover future care needs adequately. Option D is irrelevant to the concern for future costs. Exclusions do not assist in covering expenses. Question 19. Theoretical knowledge in LTC in the context of long-term care. Which model best describes the integration of services across various care settings? A. The dual eligibility model for Medicare and Medicaid. B. The continuum of care model. C. The managed care model. D. The fee-for-service model. Answer. B. Explanation. The continuum of care model describes the integration of services across various settings, ensuring that individuals receive appropriate care at different stages of their healthcare needs, from home health to skilled nursing. Option. It describes a payment mechanism rather than a care model. Option C relates to cost control and care management but does not capture the breadth of services across settings. Option D refers to a payment structure and does not encompass care delivery across a continuum. Question 20. Professional conduct and ethics. Which ethical consideration is most critical for insurance agents selling long-term care insurance? A. Ensuring clients are aware of the total premium costs over time. B. Guaranteeing the lowest price available in the market. C. Disclosing any commissions earned from policy sales. D. Offering clients all available policy options, regardless of suitability. Answer. C. Explanation. Disclosing any commissions earned from policy sales is a critical ethical consideration as it promotes transparency and trust between the agent and the client. Clients should understand potential conflicts of interest and be informed about how an agent's compensation might influence their recommendations. Option is important but not as critical as ensuring transparency regarding commissions. Clients should be aware of the long-term financial implications, but understanding commissions directly impacts trust. Option B is misleading. While cost is a factor, agents should prioritize offering suitable coverage rather than merely focusing on low prices, which may not meet the client's needs. Option D is incorrect. Agents must ensure that the policy options presented are suitable for the client's individual circumstances and needs, rather than overwhelming them with all available options. Question 21. Claims process and administration. What is the first step a policyholder should take when filing a claim for long-term care benefits? A. Gather all medical records. B. Contact the insurance agent for assistance. C. Submit the claim form directly to the insurer. D. Review the policy's terms and conditions. Answer. D. Explanation. The first step a policyholder should take when filing a claim for long-term care benefits is to review the policy's terms and conditions. Understanding what is covered and the requirements for filing a claim is crucial for a successful claim process. Option is a necessary step but should come after reviewing the policy. Option B can provide assistance but is not the initial step in the claims process. Option C is premature. Filing without understanding the policy's stipulations can lead to denied claims. Question 22. Regulatory environment. Which of the following regulations requires long-term care insurance providers to offer a free look period to policyholders? A. Deficit Reduction Act, DRA. B. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. C. Alabama Department of Insurance Regulations. D. Affordable Care Act, ACAT. Answer. C. Explanation. The Alabama Department of Insurance regulations stipulate that long-term care insurance providers must offer a free look period, allowing policyholders to review their policy after purchase and return it for a full refund if they are unsatisfied. Option A relates to federal requirements but does not specifically mention the free look period for LTC insurance. Option B deals primarily with privacy and portability of health information, not insurance policy provisions. Option D does not include specific mandates for free look periods in LTC insurance. Question 23. Eligibility and underwriting. What factor is typically not considered during the underwriting process for long-term care insurance? A. Age of the applicant. B. Financial history. C. Health status. D. Functional limitations. Answer. B. Explanation. Financial history is typically not a direct factor considered in the underwriting process for long-term care insurance. The primary focus is on the applicant's age, health status, and functional limitations, which directly impact eligibility and risk assessment. Option A, C, and D are all critical factors influencing underwriting decisions as they help determine the likelihood of a claim being made. Question 24. Payment structures and benefit calculations. If a policyholder has a long-term care insurance policy that offers a daily benefit amount of $150 with a 60-day elimination period, how much will they receive if they need care for 30 days? A. $4,500. B. $3,000. C. $0. D. $9,000. Answer C. Explanation. The policyholder will receive $0 because the 60-day elimination period must be satisfied before benefits begin. Since they only need care for 30 days, they do not qualify for any benefits during this time. Option is incorrect as it represents the benefit for 30 days but ignores the elimination period. Option B calculates the benefit correctly but does not account for the elimination period. Option D incorrectly adds the total benefit over 60 days instead of recognizing the elimination period. Question 25. Market trends and challenges. Which of the following factors is contributing to the rising costs of long-term care insurance? A. Decreased life expectancy. B. Increased availability of technology in care settings. C. Aging population. D. Decreased awareness of long-term care needs. Answer C. Explanation. The aging population is a significant factor contributing to the rising costs of long-term care insurance. As more individuals reach an age where they require long-term care, demand increases, leading to higher premiums. Option A is incorrect. Life expectancy has generally increased, contributing to longer periods of care. Option B may increase costs due to technology integration, but the primary driver remains the aging population. Option D is misleading. Increased awareness often leads to higher demand, which can increase costs. Question 26. Fundamental concept of long-term care. Which of the following best describes the distinction between long-term care and short-term care? A. Long-term care is typically provided in a hospital, while short-term care is at home. B. Long-term care usually involves chronic conditions requiring ongoing assistance, while short-term care addresses temporary health issues. C. Long-term care is covered by Medicare, whereas short-term care is not. D. Long-term care is less expensive than short-term care. Answer B. Explanation. Long-term care usually involves chronic conditions requiring ongoing assistance, whereas short-term care addresses temporary health issues. This distinction is critical for determining the type of coverage needed. Option is incorrect. Both types of care can occur in various settings, including home, assisted living, or nursing facilities. Option C is misleading. Medicare can cover some short-term care, but does not cover long-term care costs. Option D is often false. Long-term care can be more expensive due to its ongoing nature. Question 27. Claims process and administration. In the claims process for long-term care insurance, which document is typically not required? A. Proof of medical necessity. B. Policyholder's medical history. C. Assigned claim form. D. A personal statement from the insured. Answer D. Explanation. A personal statement from the insured is typically not required in the claims process. Required documentation usually includes proof of medical necessity, the policyholder's medical history, and assigned claim form to facilitate the claims evaluation. Option A and C are standard requirements that provide necessary information for claims processing. Option B is also important as medical history helps assess the validity of the claim. Question 20. LTC insurance policy provisions. What is the primary purpose of an elimination period in a long-term care insurance policy? A. To reduce the premium cost. B. To allow the insurance company time to investigate claims. C. To prevent overutilization of benefits. D. To provide a grace period for premium payments. Answer C. Explanation. The primary purpose of an elimination period in a long-term care insurance policy is to prevent overutilization of benefits. It requires the insured to pay for a specified number of days before benefits kick in, thereby discouraging unnecessary claims. Option A may result in lower premiums, but is not the main purpose of the elimination period. Option B is inaccurate. While some investigation may occur, this is not the elimination period's function. Option D relates to payment policies, not the purpose of an elimination period. Question 29. Consumer education and advocacy. Which of the following resources is essential for consumers seeking to understand long-term care options? A. Policy brochures from insurers. B. Online insurance comparison tools. C. State Department of Insurance publications. D. Personal testimonials from friends. Answer C. Explanation. State Department of Insurance publications are essential resources for consumers seeking to understand long-term care options. These publications provide authoritative information about regulations, coverage options, and consumer rights. Option A may provide basic information but lacks comprehensive, unbiased content. Option B can be helpful, but tools vary in quality and comprehensiveness. Option D offers anecdotal evidence but is not a reliable source of information. Question 30. Theoretical knowledge in LTC. Which of the following models of care delivery emphasizes the role of family caregivers in long-term care planning? A. Institutional model. B. Community-based model. C. Continuum of care model. D. Acute care model. Answer C. Explanation. The continuum of care model emphasizes the role of family caregivers in long-term care planning, recognizing that care needs may change over time and that family support is critical at various stages of care. Option A primarily focuses on institutional care settings. Option B may involve family caregivers but does not emphasize their role as centrally as the continuum of care model. Option D deals with short-term acute care situations rather than long-term planning.